creator Sally Eslin, the founder of Empowered Clothing. I'm dedicated to empower women entrepreneurs by sharing tools, tips, and resources through leadership, mindset, and more on my show, Finding Your Way with Sally. Hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Sally, and I'm content creator and founder of Empowered Clothing. I share authentic and everyday issues for women over 50. So you can learn more about my products and services at empoweredclothing.com.au. So today, I'm very excited about having this conversation with a good mate of mine, Adrian Charles. We're going to be talking about how coaches can find those elusive clients. So before I bring Adrian up, I'll just quickly introduce him. Adrian's in New South Wales. He's got a Bachelor of Economics. He speaks 6 languages and has got over 25 years experience in media, investigation, security, and sales, all overseas. So without further ado, let's bring up Adrian. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Finding Your Way with Sally. Woohoo! Hey there.
Hi, Sally. How are you?
Yeah, good. So here's this can of worms with this topic. How can coaches find those elusive clients?
Well, I think I should tie it in for women as well, and women over 50. This might also be useful information for them finding a partner or, a companion in their later life that they don't know. But generally, all of the searches you do for things and people often go to Google. So I'll start with that now because Google, there are some tricks with Google, putting things in quotation marks before you search for them. And then a great thing, which is click on to the second page of the results, the third page of the results, and the fourth page of the results, and not just going off the first page of results from Google or any search engine, because that's where you sometimes find gold. And then if you're looking for particular people and things, that's where you'll find them because they haven't paid to be on the front page, or they're not organically on the front page, but they might still be relevant.
Yeah.
And
I love that. So what's the inverted commas bit do?
so that actually, that makes it more specific. That will include that actual term. So if you're putting in a general term, a descriptive term in the search string,
Yeah.
or if you're putting someone's name, and it has to be in that order. So first name first, surname second. If you put that in quotation marks, it won't show results where the name's reversed and has the surname first.
Right. I
Um,
love all these tips. That's fantastic. So
that's a
that's really a bit of
very
gold.
practical.
Yeah, very practical. Not taking the first ones because often it's sponsored or whatever. It's leveraged up to the top. So second, third, fourth page, go crawling through for the gold there, right? So it's finding
Perfect.
those.
Very old technique from, I've known that for a very long time. Another trick that people can use that they don't often look at is if you're looking for someone on the internet and you find the website, go down to the bottom of the website page where they have listed the web page designers link.
Yeah, yeah.
Click on that and go through their clients and testimonials.
That's a really good idea. I would never have thought of that. So
It's so simple, and it's always on the front page of the website. The other thing you can do is you might not be able to find a specific Facebook or LinkedIn group or social media group or Instagram poster
yeah,
about a specific topic or group of people that you're looking for. There might be like a group that needs help with a certain problem. Could be, common interest group. They might not exist, but if you look at the comments of people who've got a very specific need, so there might be a group, subgroup, and it has a lot of comments and people, then that's where you're going to get your leads for people who obviously share that problem that you could help solve if you were a coach, or if they were looking for someone, as in a partner or a client or a supplier. You'll find it in the comments under the advertising. So, and you look at those people's profile and
yeah.
you'll get clues onto whether or not they fit your criteria for what the purpose is, whether it's personal or professional.
I love this. So you're basically becoming a detective, peeling back the layers and following the clues, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can give you a really recent example
Yeah.
where a friend of mine was looking to literally track someone down to serve them with papers. So let's assume you want to serve them with a dinner invitation or something like
Something, yeah.
their tracks. They'd removed a lot of stuff from their LinkedIn profile, and their social media was non-existent. But even within their LinkedIn profile, you could see what school they went to, what alumni they belonged to. Then, if you go to the websites of those alumni or those organizations, you can see past publications and media that they've produced on their website where it's naming that person and where they live. So, if you've got the case where everything's held in the partner's name, and you'd want to get closer to them, you're starting out wide. And wide doesn't just mean not related to them directly. Wide can also mean a long period of time away from your present now. So it could be
Mm.
years ago, but they still live in that neighborhood. They still have kids that go to the same school that they went to. So you'll find additional clues, but it's always drilling down from a
Mm. It actually frightens me how much information is out there about ourselves, right? And it's just all there. And if you have these just couple of sort of tips like you're sharing, you can really track down anybody, really.
Yeah, if you think about what they're doing with AI, you're not even touching the tip of the iceberg with what AI can do in drilling down. But sometimes you don't need to go that deep to
Mm.
find what you're looking for. Like, for instance, a lot of coaches have problems doing a lot of advertising, saying they're going to be able to solve a problem through their coaching program, and then advertising that to groups that it's not really relevant to.
Mm.
Whereas if you go to the bricks and mortar sites where people go to solve those problems,
Mm.
um, if you're a car detailer, put your advertising near where people get their driver's license and their car registration.
Mm.
If you're looking for women that need help, take a leaf out of the books where there are doctors' surgeries where they have in the toilets piece of paper or a signal that women can use if they're having abuse at home, and
Mm.
use that same concept. Not saying put advertising in public toilets, put it where women are congregating to discuss those problems. Um, I remember going to a cafe in the CBD of Sydney last year, and on the counter was a tray of paper where you could write your contact details, because ironically, a lot of people don't have business cards in Sydney. You could write your name and contact details in and put it in the basket, and you could also take one from the basket and contact a person randomly.
Yeah.
So like a lucky dip of potential people that are going to connect you. And I think we've discussed this with our other friends too, that I think the concept of connection immediately is a little bit fanciful. You've got to understand that you meet somebody and it will be their friend's friend or
Yep.
their friend that is where the gold is, where you're going to stay in contact. But generally 3 degrees of separation from that initial meeting I think are useful. And that's back to what I was saying before with Google. The 3 degrees of separation in that is the second page of results, the
Yep.
third page of results, the third search engine you use looking for the same thing,
Mm.
and the third person to comment on a post in social media is the one that's read the other two comments and coming in, and they're
Yep.
probably the person who's going to help you know what you need to know, or you're going to help them know something.
Yeah, really, really interesting tips. Absolutely. And I've got to say, I used to run retreats and we got people from putting things on the back of the toilet door because it wasn't a gym because it was a gym retreat. But yeah,
But that's where, that's what I'm saying. That's the water cooler.
yeah,
So
absolutely equivalent.
whatever the water cooler is for that industry or
Yeah.
that subgroup or that social group, that's where you need to have your advertising.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, today you've brought along an empowerment journey or empowerment share. You achieved your life dream by 24. That's incredible. And have since reinvented yourself several times to suit changing life dreams and environments. Hint the Renaissance man for all seasons. Do you want to share a little bit briefly about that?
Well, I mean, you know what a Renaissance man is, and one of my greatest heroes was Leonardo da Vinci. So that's really just being multidisciplinary and, being the engineer as well as the artist, the administrator, as well as the lover, healthy and strength and caring, all of those things, all seasons. And I achieved that by 24, really by preparing myself with what Zig Ziglar says, which is be, do, have.
Oh,
So, I
yeah.
didn't have everything I needed. I wasn't able to do everything that I needed to do to have those things or to be that.
Mm,
You really have to just walk the walk and talk the talk and be that as much as you can with what resources you have.
mm, mm. I
Um,
got up on the screen for expert tip. Be, do, have an Ikigai.
yeah, and I mean that I've changed career many times. I've changed location many times,
Yeah.
and my pastimes, and I use the same formula. If you just be and accept that you're going to be that, whether you're going to be a better version of yourself or you're going to become, different. I remember first moving to Hong Kong, a lot of people got their kids to play basketball because they thought that it would make them taller, because that's why tall people played basketball. But as stupid as it sounds, it actually makes a lot of sense. Is that if you behave like you're a basketballer, you'll become a basketball
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
If you be, and you can do that with nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas, you meet people, I meet people, everyone complains that they don't have all they need to become
Mm,
something, which is
mm,
crap.
mm.
Or they say that they don't have the things that allow them to do it, like they can't do a course or a degree. Well, you know, I met a woman this morning who gave a presentation to a bunch of seniors who is a self taught herbalist. Okay,
Yeah.
she didn't have the education. She didn't do the education. She just became an expert in
Yeah.
herbs to overcome an illness she had.
Look, I see this whole shift, this dynamic shift or energetic shift is about just being more of you. And so many examples now where you don't need the 50 degrees to validate yourself. It's just you have the knowledge, the wisdom inside of you, and you're igniting that up. And if your passion lies there, aligns with it, it's just going to make you shine. So my empowerment share that I brought along today is about how to attract those people, is get yourself out there so you can be seen, be heard, and be seen, heard, and liked. Because it's not selling anymore. It's about resonating, and which is exactly what my tip was. This whole new way in this shift from the old way to the new way is about being more, not doing more, and clients really resonate towards that, right? So yes, you might be searching and everything for those clients, but also my biggest tip really is to just be more of yourself. Get yourself out there. Like for you, for example, you run this radio show. Do you want to share a little bit about your radio show? We're
Well,
running out of
radio show really started from an event I run every month down in Sydney called the World's Smallest Expo. And then when I was introduced to the radio and told to have a radio show about it, I just gave it the same name. And it is always the smallest because this qualifies, there's two people. So, can't get any smaller than that. And as I said to one of our attendees last weekend when we held it, I'll never be accused of false advertising. Um,
But you broadcast out to the states as well. You've got a wide audience, really.
there's an internet radio station, so there's no restriction on where it can be heard, bar, internet or mobile signal in that jurisdiction or country.
Yeah.
And we talk about everything. We have every genre of music, and you're no stranger to the radio yourself.
Yeah.
And that's just another example. But it's great that, the first 24 years of my life, I didn't know the term be, do, have because I was living it.
Yeah.
Then once I knew it, I just replicated that every time I needed to make a change, when the environment changed, when I moved place, or, when I was in a new job. I think you would remember when we grew up, you go to your place of employment, starting out as a junior or an apprentice.
Yeah.
is you follow the boss. You become the boss. That's
Yeah.
how to get promotion. That's how to be productive.
Yeah, love it. And look, we're just winding up towards the end. And I just think anybody just reach out, have a chat with Adrian, check out his radio station on Central Coast Radio. It's go centralcoastradio.com or email at business@centralcoastradio.com. Now, before we go, we always pick a card. I do these intuitive card readings. So I've just shuffled from the inspiration deck. Let's see what words of wisdom come up today. And it says, go through, not around. And it's so true. Grow through what you go through. Don't just run around the corners. Hit it straight on and just, you come out the other side a better person. That is for sure.
That's right. And, it's facing up to things and not burying them.
Yep.
And not making excuses, most importantly.
Absolutely. Exactly. Just be real. Own it. This is a time of ownership and responsibility as we're going through this shift. It's about putting you first. Adrian, thank you so much for being a guest on Finding Your Way. It's a little bit like speed dating, but I just wanted to get your face out there and share some of your wisdom because you have so many insights that can help people. Go past the first page and keep on going. Right?
Always happy to help, and this has been a great opportunity for me too.
Well, thank you. I'm going to drop you down to the green room. I'm going to wind it up here. We'll catch you again soon. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. You can join me for another episode of Finding Your Way with Sally next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, and Thursday at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, yes, look, Adrian is just always full of wisdom. I just love chatting to him. I could chat all day. He's just got so many insights and an all-round top guy. So yeah, if you're looking for those elusive clients, just put on that detective hat and look a little bit deeper. You'll be amazed at what you can find down there. All right, without further ado, I'll say goodbye and I'll catch you next week. You can learn more about my services and products at sallyestlin.com. Make sure to join me every week for a new episode on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.